Hey guys, welcome back. You're still tuned into Trading Hour here on CNBC-TV18. For the market, it is as flat as it gets, just about managing to hold in the green. But it is the mid-caps where you are seeing a little bit more pressure today. So that one will come up for you. It's around 0.25% in terms of a cut. The Nifty Bank, however, has moved into the green right now. Quite flat, but it is at least seeing a little bit of a pickup today, led by the move seen in some of the private banks. But let's get a sense of where the markets could really move from here. We have Sunny Agarwal joining us from SBI Securities to take some questions on this. Sunny, thanks for joining us. This is Pavitra. With the big Q out of the way, the Fed moving to hike rates by 25 basis points, how do you see things moving from here in terms of what the global setup looks like as well? We've also, of course, been talking about the banking crisis in the US. How do you think all of this really sort of translates into what we could see for the Indian markets over here?
So basically, post this 25 bits hike by the Fed, what we believe is that the globally central banker are at the fag end of the rate hike cycle, and it may happen that for the next 6 to 9 months there may be one token hike of 25 basis point by US Fed, and post that there may be a long pause, and then as per the dot plot of US Fed, it is expected that next year there may be a 75 basis point rate cut by the US Fed. And coming to the India story, again, RBI is having a meeting in the first week of April. And historically, what we have seen is that RBI has been leading ahead of Fed in terms of rate hike. So maybe one more token rate hike from RBI in the first week of April, or maybe a pause by RBI. So overall, what I feel is that rate hike story or narrative for the global market is over. And henceforth, what are the country-specific factors that will drive the market? So one of the, having the key positive that has happened in the Indian market over the last 3 months is that the budget has been the pro-growth. So that's one of the positive factors for India. The tax collection has been robust. Again, that positive. Crude oil is trading at $75 as compared to $100 last year. If you talk to any engineering company, cap goods company, defense company, their order book are at record high. Rupee is stable, hovering in the range of 80, 83. So what we believe is that amid the global gloom and doom, that's a lot of positive factor which is panning out for Indian domestic equity market. And once this negativity pertaining to the US financial crisis or any crisis which is panning out in US and Europe, it is settled, then we may, in overall outlook for Indian market, look positive in the medium to long term perspective. On valuation front, anyway, we are trading at 1 year forward 17 price to earning multiple. And if you remember, in the month of December, this premium to the emerging market indices was at a very high level. Although it continued to trade at 50 to 60% premium to MSCI emerging market indices, but the valuation gap has changed during the last 3 months. So I feel that at the current level, maybe large cap will consolidate for a few more months. But if you look at a few stock-specific ideas in the mid-cap or small cap, so companies in cap good, defense, or for that matter, auto ancillary company, auto company. So there are a lot of things which are panning out positively for many sectors, and there is a stock-specific opportunity in the mid-cap and small cap.
Sunny, many infrastructure companies are winning awards, order wins. So just today you've got GR Infra, NBCC, AG Infra. Do you track any of these smaller stocks in the infrastructure basket?
Yeah, so you are right that within infrastructure also there is a continuous flow of order across the construction space or real estate space. So definitely as a sector this looks good, but within infra, we would like to be a very stock-specific, very selective companies like PSP, SG Infra, for that matter, Power Make Project, the company which has got a good corporate governance practices, a clean balance sheet. So very few companies like NCC, Nagarjuna Construction, few of the companies, yeah.
AG Infra, which has won a 925 crore order today, what's your target price?
Yeah, so although the company is not under our coverage, but what I feel is that over the next 2 to 3 years, looking at a healthy order book and healthy pipeline, entire infra space can deliver a 15 to 20% CAGR return over next 2 to 3 years.
Okay. So just talking about some of your other picks, Sunny, if you're looking at some names in the auto space, then what part of the auto sector would you play? We were just talking to some of the commercial vehicle manufacturers. They're looking at certain price hikes. On the other side, a company like Maruti is saying that, higher cost of ownership, higher interest rates, they're making people a little uncertain about purchase decisions. So what about the auto sector? What do you like here?
Yeah, so within auto, what we like is that one is the passenger vehicle space and Maruti within that. So what we have seen is that for a passenger vehicle company like Maruti, the margins have bottomed out 2-3 quarters back, and now for the next 2 year margin will definitely expand. And at the same time, the order book is at healthy level. In the sports utility SUV, they have launched a lot of new products that will definitely help them to gain the market share. So Maruti is one of the stock which we like in the auto space. Within commercial vehicle, we like Ashok Leyland. So we have been seeing that even though the commercial vehicle industry is reporting healthy monthly sales number, but still the overall volume is far lower than the peak volume which these companies have reported in FY19. So there is a lot of leeway to go ahead. At the same time, there is a lot of tailwind for the commercial vehicle segment like infra story and so on and so forth. So Ashok Leyland is the one stock which we like. Then within auto, we like electric vehicle space. So companies like JBM Auto, Electra, for that matter, Sona, BLW. These are the companies which we like in auto sector.
Okay, all right, Sunny, thank you for some of those concepts and telling us the stocks that you like as well, with, of course, the usual disclosures. Good having you on the show. Thanks for joining in. Well, since we were on the subject of auto, there's been a lot of news flow. Actually, I know, Rima, you've been looking at all these announcements. Yeah. Quite a few companies are hiking prices, and I think there's a brokerage report on M&M as well. You want to sort of club it